Welcome back to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Today is Monday, January 27th, 2020. It's good to be back. Been away for a couple of days. For the next couple of weeks, actually, the format that you guys have seen last week where Mari was filling in and doing a couple of the morning shows, that's going to continue for a little bit longer. I'm on a special assignment, but I will be here on air Monday through Wednesday and then Friday nights with Mari for the call-in show as well. So let's get right to it. Got a little bit to talk about here. Some solar wind coming in at 347.8 kilometers per second with a density of 1.1. And today, of course, 0 sunspots to talk about. And we have a sunspot. Now, I am not able to find a lot of information about 2757 on spaceweather.com. So I went over to spaceweatherlive.com. And I actually got a sunspot number count for this. So this sunspot is still a member of solar cycle 24, and it is sunspot number 18. So a decent sized sunspot, nothing crazy about it just at this point, but it is Earth facing, and sunspot number is 18, our usual minimum sunspots, and we've had them as high as 24, even 26. So this is nothing super to be concerned about as far as, a lot of activity. Still moderate, still weak, but we do have a sunspot to speak of, and it is sunspot number 18. Also, taking a look at our TCI, down from 3.00 to 2.89, KP of 0, and a 24-hour max of 2. And we have had probably a 6.0 earthquake or higher, almost on a daily basis around the Ring of Fire. Puerto Rico is still getting 5.0s. Indonesia, PNG. I know Alaska's had a few. We had one in the Solomon Islands, 6.3. So lots of seismic activity. And with that being said, I want to lead off with this real quick before we go into our weather. And that is the volcano alert down to 3, but experts still warn the threat of dangerous explosion is not over. According to a bulletin posted by the PHIVOLCS on Monday, January 27th, activity in the main crater during the last 24 hours had weak to moderate emissions of white plume up to 164 feet to 2,600 feet, which drifted northeast, 170 volcano earthquakes, and including 4 low-frequency tremors were also recorded. As a level 3 is maintained over the volcano, the agency reminded people that sudden explosions, volcano quakes, ashfall, and gas expulsions can still take place and threaten areas within the Taal volcano island and lake shores nearby. Areas within 4 miles from the main crater remains off limits. So that is a little bit of good news, as it's been 8.2 miles as of late. And they're saying 9 miles just to round it up. That's at a volcano alert level of 4. Moreover, the agency advised local government units to assess areas outside of the radius for damages and road accessibilities, and to strengthen preparedness, contingency, and communication measures in case of renewed unrest. People are also advised to observe precautions due to ground displacement across fissures, frequent ashfall, and minor earthquakes. Community beside river channels, particularly where ash from the main eruption phase has been quickly deposited, should increase vigilance when there is heavy and prolonged rainfall, since the ash can be washed away from and form lahars along the channels. And take a look at some of the information here at watchers.news. I'll give a full report tonight at 9 p.m., but I wanted to point this out, a little bit of some good news, as there's not been a lot of good news lately, and so the alert level's gone down, which, again, is the good news, but experts are still telling people, hey, look, this, danger is not over yet. They did say that we could see a major eruption within days to weeks. So, and that alert came out about a week and a half ago. So we'll keep our eyes on that as always. Let's take a look at our expired radar here at our handy dandy little radar station. Let's go ahead and move back out. Take a look at the weather for our folks across the pond. Wow, a little wet today. Yeah, I'd say so. And also, in the long-term forecast, winter will finally be arriving for you guys. It's been quite the non-winter for most of you. Today, we're looking at snow showers in northern Scotland, parts of Ireland as well, but that's mainly in the higher elevations. The far northern parts of the United Kingdom might be seeing some flurries, but that's very minimal activity. Large swath of rain across France into Germany and Denmark. You're also seeing, hello Henrik, by the way. Denmark, you're seeing some light showers off and on today as well. More storms and showers for Spain, as you guys have seen quite the weather whiplash over there as well. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have in store for the UK. Today, frequent, often heavy wintry showers in the northwest Scotland continuing throughout the day. Elsewhere, showers mainly around western and southern coast, moving further inland, becoming more persistent later. The best of the drier time today will be in the northeast of England, but it will be windy. Tonight, an area of rain and sleet moving across parts of Northern Ireland, southern Scotland, and northern England, with snow over the hills. Clear intervals and showers elsewhere, turning wintry. Icy patches are expected on the roads tonight as well. And Tuesday, that's right, folks, sleet and snow over southern Scotland soon clearing, else cold and breezy. Sunny spells and showers, these wintry at times. Showers heaviest in the north and the west. So it already sounds like we're starting to cool off a little bit here in the UK. And I'll just go straight to the tropical tidbits for you guys. And we'll check out temperatures before we go to the United States side of things. But here's what we're looking at moisture-wise over the next several days. And just showers and storms across much of the UK, snow in the northern parts of Scotland, northwest Ireland. Some snow starting to form now here February 11th across France and Germany. And as we move through the middle of February, Denmark. Hello, Henrik, again. Snow showers for you, bud. And the northern UK by February 12th. Now we're starting to see more snow heading further south. So what does that mean for temperatures? We've been talking about it for a while now, and I made a guess of somewhere around mid-January. Missed big time. This is for February 12th. And as you can see, we are slightly freezing in parts of the UK. Still mild across the Midlands. But parts of the UK starting to see freezing temperatures. Northern Spain and most of France and Germany, Denmark. So that cold air is finally going to be moving into the European nations here starting around February 6th. Overnight lows start to get cooler, daytime highs start to go down, and we will start to see winter, a late arrival. Now, the concern with that is, do we have to worry about a late winter for us as well? Because, you know, a lot of folks are saying, well, it's not as cold here in the United States. But as we'll look at the GFS report, I don't think that that's really the case, in my opinion. I think a lot of areas in the United States are in cold weather where it should be cold. Yes, it's a comfortable cold, the mid 30s and upper 30s. But, you know, remember, we had a lot of bad weather this fall through September and October and November. We had a lot of snow and cold. Average December and definitely an average January thus far. So what does Tropical Tidbits show us here on GFS? Well, light snow across the Northeast and New York, upstate New York through Vermont and New Hampshire. Snow showers across Colorado into Denver as far as that goes, changing to rain. And the little system tries to get its act together here across Oklahoma. Icing and snow is possible for Missouri and Iowa, and this GFS is trying to say that this is going to fizzle out. This is interesting. My forecast model just went away. So this is only going through January 30th. Tropical Tidbits does not want to work. Let's go to our weather while that heats up real quick. What does Noah think is going to happen? Well, if I can get this to work, I'll show you. Bear with me, folks. I think we had a hiccup here on our software program here. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so here's our 3-day outlook. Kind of a little bit of a mixed bag across the United States. Taking a look at Tuesday. More of the same. Snow across the Northeast, the Ohio Valley, especially near the Great Lakes. Detroit, you might see some action on snow showers. Nothing major little light. And then by Wednesday, snow's gone in the Northeast and the Great Lakes. Frozen precip possible for Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and parts of Virginia and North Carolina. Snow in the Northwest, across the Plain States. Here's what we're looking at right now as far as our wind chill temperatures. Staying pretty frosty in the northern plains and that frost freeze line. So again, I mean, we're seeing cold temperatures. It's not super freezing, but we are still seeing colder weather. Maybe not as cold as we would expect for this time of year, but nonetheless, I'd say it's safe to say that people are definitely feeling the effects of winter in some shape or form. Again, I'll take a mild January any day, but I don't think that's going to be the case for February. And I'm trying to bring up a map that is current, and we seem to be having problems with the GFS. What I was going to show you guys was the temperatures that we were going to see by February 12th, and this thing is not letting me go past the 30th of January. So I'll just go ahead and bring that up real quick because I'll talk about what we will see and what I saw earlier before we went on the air, basically. And just not cooperating with me, so let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Here we go. So what we have right now is a lot of cold air, and it's not showing up right here on this January 30th, but this is going to change by the middle of February 6th especially. We're going to see parts of cold air trying to make its way, again, the Northeast, the Great Lakes, the Northern Plains. You guys will stay cold. All right, winter will definitely be in effect. Parts of the Ohio Valley off and on, mid-30s, 40s, and then back down freezing. This area right here will stay consistent as well past January 30th. But around February 11th is when we're going to be looking at some really sharp cold air. And I'm talking bright pink cold, not this purple and light white stuff. That could be affecting the northern plains of the United States and the Northeast by the middle of February. Now, the question is, how long is it going to last? And what is going to be causing that? I'm seeing reports that we could be seeing a polar vortex split developing right now. The warmer side of it right now is affecting the United States, and that's why we're going to see some more colder air move in across Europe before it possibly affects over here in North America by possibly the third week of February. So still a lot of details to work out on that. We'll talk more about that tonight on the 9 o'clock show. And also probably give you guys an update as well on this coronavirus situation. Again, I think it's important to at least be aware, and we're going to continue to monitor that as long as it continues to be a story, as the cases are continuing to rise. And there is some concern right now. The stock market actually dropped right now about 400 points here in the U.S. as far as people in fears of this virus, actually. Right now, currently, we're down 446 points on the Dow Jones, which here lately, you all know the stock market has done very well, but people are kind of spooked about this right now. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the impact on the economy. Talk about the food shortage situation we have in China and some of these towns that are being quarantined off. So that and much, much more tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it here on the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Until then, guys, have a great day, and we will talk soon.
Do you like this show? Give us a thumbs up. Want to support us more? Share to your favorite social media platform. Buy a t-shirt or become a Patreon. All links are in the description below.